Hi, my name is Mackintosh. I'm the author of Rebuild the Moon. Pegasus asked if I'd give you a few minutes of background as to the inspiration behind the novel. It comes down to 44 years ago, I went to Africa as a young man and fell in love with the people and the continent. It's an amazing place. If you have a chance to go, go. San people, or Bushmen as they're frequently called, are the people who live presently in the Kalahari. They used to be the indigenous people of sub-Saharan Africa all throughout what is now South Africa. But they were moved into the Kalahari, into the desert, both by Dutch colonialists who came up through Cape Colony in South Africa, and the Bantu people who came out of Central Africa in the 1600s. Bushmen are remarkable, and if you take a look at the video that accompanies this, you'll see the encounter I had with Qxatta, who is the Bushman who gave me the inspiration for the novel. I had decided that I was going to write a piece on the persecution of San people in the 1950s. It's known in academic circles, and anthropologists know about it, but the average reader, it's sort of, you don't know. And San people, Bushmen, unlike other African tribes, they didn't have large communities and an infrastructure of chiefs and armies like you would think of with the Zulus or the Xhosa people. And so small family groups dispersed throughout the Kalahari. It means that many of these stories relative to their history, what's happened to them, are kept in the oral tradition of these small groups. And I thought if I could write a piece of fiction that was true to fact and yet fiction, so that I didn't step on anyone in particular, I could present for the reader a view of San people, and that's the point of the book. I was driving down into the Kalahari in 2019 to meet with this man, Qxatta, who I had engaged to take me into the Kalahari for 4 days. I had done safari guide training school, and I knew that going out into the Kalahari with the Bushmen would be sort of graduate school. They are the best at tracking, the best at understanding that world. And it proved to be true. And I had 4 days with him and one night. It was remarkable in that, of course, he taught me so much about tracking animal behavior in the plants, but he also taught me something amazing about himself. He showed me his humor. It was so quick, and his way of looking at the world, which was different than mine, such that he was able to see things that I just didn't see. And I liken it to, if you go to an art museum with an artist, they'll show you things that you don't see as a non-artist. That's what it was like going into the Kalahari Desert with this Bushman. He showed me things that I never would have perceived. I had heard that Bushmen had been hunted in the 1900s, which is remarkable. In Canada, in the US, and in Australia, there were incidents like that occurred, but they mostly occurred before the turn of the century. But into the 1950s, there are stories of Bushmen being subjected to that sort of persecution and terrorism. And so I looked into it, and based on the personality, the character that Qxatta displayed to me, I was able to create a character that I hope truly reflects his genuine smile, his warmth, his humor, his humanity, and his generosity. If you read the book, and I hope you do, you'll get a picture of him, and he's representative of a people that are known little outside of that area of Africa. So that's where the book comes from. It comes from a love I have of the people of Africa. It comes from the friendship that I developed with this Bushman, and it comes from the perspective that he gave me, the glimpse he gave me of his world, the plants, the animals, and most importantly, him. So if you have a chance to get the book, I hope you do. And if you do, I hope you enjoy it. And I hope that when you close the book, you have a deep feeling for the richness of humanity and these people who are in all of us. It's been proven through DNA research that, of course, we all come from peoples of the Rift Valley, and the San people are our ancestors. So that's it. That's the story behind the book. I hope you enjoy it, and I hope to hear from you if you do. Thank you.